ESFP, last on the docket. Well, if you guys have been patiently waiting, I do apologize. It has been a lot going on. Scorpio season has a lot to play out. I've had just a lot. um, and 12 signs are enough to read for, but 16 personalities is a little more of a challenge. Not that I'm complaining, but I do apologize for taking a little long since I started the analyst group. I don't know how long ago, a couple weeks. So, ESFPs, bit of a quirky bunch, but a very fun bunch, very engaging. Yeah, fun. I would think out of all the signs, Sagittarius would be the closest to you guys, and vice versa. It's all about expansion, socializing with people, doing it in a very fun, loving way. Maybe some Pisces energy. All the things, you know. It's just like a lot of fun energy. Let me look up your guys' functions real quick. I read the ESFP functions. I read the 16 personalities summary about you guys. I think it's so funny that Gob Bluth is one of them because he's a riot on Arrested Development. He's so delusional, but he's so loving, like Michael Scott in a way. I don't know what Michael Scott's type is. So you guys lead with extroverted sensing, okay, just like the ESTP before you. But your second function is introverted feelings. So you guys are highly emotional beings, but it's all internal. And I do see that with Sag. They don't usually express their own emotions. It's more of a private nature. But they connect to people in an emotional way, in an empathic sort of way. They kind of ride that wave just like a Pisces would, the moon card. So what we see with the moon, we see some fear, we see some distractions, but we see some illumination because the moon has a light of its own. Yes, it's not as bright as the sun. The moon is a little more of a treacherous path. Obviously, if we're talking about the crayfish or the lobster trying to get down the path where the dogs are guarding, it looks a little scary from the crayfish's experience, right, or position, because those dogs could just rip it to shreds if they wanted to. Luckily, the moon, what's natural, what's truthful to us, is distracting them. So it does have a moment to slip away. Maybe that's how a lot of Pisces feel out there, that they just can't do anything without being noticed. They have to wait for their opportunity. And so that's what it is. But the moon, when we talk about it, full moons must be a big thing for you guys if you look into that. But it's more about revelations. It's more about pulling back what's hidden, pulling back the skin and seeing what's underneath. You know, it's like the truth of the matter. That's the moon. The moon is your true, who you are to your core. You know, the sun is like kind of your body manifesting, like it's your will, your ego, you know, everything of a masculine nature, Leonian nature. The moon is a feminine inner kind of world, and you guys have a rich one, being introverted feeling, your second strongest. So you're very close to your emotions, but like I said, I don't feel like you probably let others see that. Definitely don't let others see that. Hermit card. So interesting dichotomy here, Pisces, Virgo. So maybe there's some of you with both of those. Lovers reverse, bottom of the deck. So maybe just like with the ESTP, relationships can be a struggle for you guys. If you're trying to go out in every direction all the time, relationship is something that's going to weigh you down if you're looking for total independence. You know what I mean? For most people, relationships are very endearing or um, positive aspects, but as we saw for the ESTP, it wasn't that way. Um, Maybe you guys, Sagittarius really doesn't like restrictions, all about beginning, all about freedom, independence. Some of you guys really struggle with independence, um, whether it's being an adult or, you know what I mean, or physical ailments. A lot of Sagittarius with like a lot of like physical problems constantly. Pisces in the fourth house, um, Taurus in the house of health. Maybe it's the Virgo in the 10th. That would make a little more sense. Okay, interesting. Lots of major arcana. Aquarius reverse, the star reverse. So yes, you guys do have star potential. Okay. Um, and although I just don't know if that's really what's most beneficial to you guys, maybe you don't plan for the future, you kind of act on instinct like we see with the ESTP. Um, but you guys can really bring about an audience. We know all about Sagittarius, expansive energy, can draw that spotlight for sure. Does it help though? Do you actually enjoy it? I don't know. Because you have a very personal experience going on inside, and we got the Hermit card, so it means you're very private. Um, Maybe you guys don't know how to get away from that kind of star magnetism. It's just something embedded within you, and you're constantly looking for moments of solitude or moments of being alone. You know what I mean? Like being kind of away from situations. Let's see about your functions. I guess that introverted feeling really just plays out. So, extroverted thinking, okay. It's just you guys have stronger extroverted functions as opposed to introverted, and that's why people, I guess, see you that way. Introverted intuition is your last one. So when it comes to the future, you guys just never know what's ahead. It's hard for you to see at least your own future clearly. Um, yes, we see that play out a lot for Sagittarius because Aquarius is in the third house of the mind. So it's either you're really on top of it, you've got your plans, or vice versa, you're just kind of making it up as you go and you just really don't know what's happening next. Ooh, okay. I don't know if I'm going to go into all of these. This came out and they are all reversed. So, Page of Wands reversed, lost, don't know the purpose. Sun reversed, very childlike, impatient, me, demanding energy, doesn't like to adult, doesn't like to adult. Perfectionist, but are we willing to put forth the work to achieve what we want? I don't know. King of Pentacles reversed. We don't handle money well. It did say something about the ESFPs not really being great with their finances. Even though you guys are extroverted sensing, maybe the weak introverted intuition, you just don't know if you spend $100 here, what you're going to have at the end of the month or whatever. So you're just not thinking about like where you'll end up as opposed to in the moment what you can do. King of Pentacles reversed. So there may even be somebody in your life, this could be the same person, that is very powerful, very wealthy, maybe a leader, maybe even the father, that is a little greedy, is a little ruthless in a way, very egocentric. If this is, we're just talking about you guys, you may not be the best person to make big decisions that affect others, or just have really bad spending habits. But you look good doing it. I mean, it's just not very responsible. Not very responsible. Yeah. lots of work complacency. Maybe you're never in the position that you want to be in, even though it does give you what you desire. It's not fully satisfying. And fire really needs to be this way. Needs to know its purpose, needs to be close to its will, and a leader, um, and enlightening others, and that seems to be a struggle here. So the hangman, but you guys do have this really unique perspective. We're talking about Pisces energy. Here it is again. Um, that does illuminate things for you guys. You know in your own mind the truth of the situations or whatever, whether other people see it or not. Because you're just so close to your feelings and emotional truths. But it looks like there's some problem with communicating that to others. It's hard for you guys to show others that you know you're right, or maybe you just don't even like doing that because it puts a bad perspective on you. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, again, Lover's Reverse. It came out a second time, so we're going to talk about it. I guess that. Hmm, it's almost like. I don't know if the spotlight's a healthy place for you guys. I don't think it is. It's like you didn't even ask for it, and you're forced to deal with it. Um, this is almost like celebrities that or artists that are forced, into that celebrity culture because that's the day and age that we live in now, and they turn to like substance abuse or something to deal with it because it's just not natural, and they know it's not natural, but that's the world, and you're expected to do these things, and but you guys just don't want to. You don't want to have to do more than you need to do, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I just feel like there's a tendency here um, to get away from your truth. Like maybe you guys make this very elaborate, solitary existence of emotion that only you can access, and because it's just so far different from the life you live, you have to keep those separate. Like there's like this division here. Um, I don't know. It's really, really weird. But Three of Wands, is kind of similar in a way to this. Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, I'm sorry. But Three of Wands is more so being thankful for your accomplishments, where you've been, and it's wanting more. It's kind of like you've gotten a taste, and now you want the full amount. You know what I mean? It's like they ask you to try, if you wanted to try a sample of the ice cream or whatever, and you're like, yes. And then you realize that your partner wants a different flavor, and you guys were going to share, and um, now you have to change your mind to suit them. So it's almost like your existence gets diminished a little bit in a relationship, um, and it kind of makes you dream or idealize of a different world for yourself. Yeah, maybe yeah, I don't know. It almost seems like it holds you back in a way. like love doesn't come so easily, but it's like maybe you're looking for it. Yeah, on the reverse side, maybe you're looking for it, um, not when it's even meant for you or not when it's right for you. You know, you're just drifting along. You're trying to grab at somebody just to make things easier for you. Yeah. Okay. So, Seven of Swords. But you can constantly feel like things slip away, opportunities slip away, people get the better of you. Somehow they're a little more manipulative, a little deceitful. Um, and that's okay. I mean, karma comes around, right? We have to believe in that. Um, but if you get stuck on having lost something, you're only ever going to find this. You're only going to ever find more pain. And because you guys can't readily express your own emotions, this is just constantly what emotion looks like to you. It's super harrowing, it's super painful, and it's always close to you. It's always close to home. Um, and so you always feel like you have like this cloud hanging over you emotionally. And I don't think you guys let other people see it. I think you're pretty good at hiding it. Um, but maybe the people that really, really know you can see that there's a lot of hurt there. There's a lot of times in your life where you just didn't take the chance, or you just, you know what I mean? And Sagittarius does not like to be bored. It's like the one sign. It's like, no, 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 no. We don't sit still. We just keep going. So it's like this card, even when you do have lots of good, it's like, but there's still more. There's still more. Let me go and find it. um, so, like fear of missing out or something is really, really taxing on you guys. I think I read that in the bio too. But it seems like slow progress, stability, rules, stable kind of movement, earth energy does not work well for you guys. You really don't like that. More so, we're fire. Swords. I don't know. Just like half of this reading is upside down, so it's like, huh. Okay. Flew right across the floor. So, Six of Cups reversed. Ooh. This childlike love, this person that you have fond memories of, fond feelings for, if they're the person that you're still in a relationship with, um, is a source of pain, is something that actually holds you back. Cups are emotion, and yes, this looks really nice when it's this way, but we all know how reversals go. Um, and so it's like, is that benefiting you? I think there's a lot of similarities here between the ESTP and you guys, but there was a lot of capability with them, and they were a little more opportunistic, where I feel like you guys, you get slowed down time and time again by reality in a way, and you're not able to go as fast as you want. Almost, it's like you're just going, you're enjoying the road and everything, and say it's like Route 66 or something, and then all of a sudden it's like you are, there's like a detour or something that slows you down constantly, and it's just finding out what it is, and just knowing that there's a bigger something on the other side of that, and just being patient. Being patient, something that we need to learn. Taurus energy. So we are looking at the Taurus high mind philosophical stuff, the stuff that helps others. It's deeper relevance, it's spirituality. If you guys are really into spirituality, whether that's traditional religion or something more like this, astrology, anything, but things don't really matter, but that stuff does. The stuff of the mind, the stuff of the will, the stuff that's going to lead you down the path of enlightenment, like with the Hermit, and make you more aware, more conscious of what's going on, and help you manifest what you want. Because I don't think you guys really know what you want sometimes. It's like you're just constantly isolating yourself. Um, yeah, you just feel very different. Even though I'm sure all this good stuff really attracts people to you, but you're looking for a commitment, you know? Maybe Taurus is good for you guys. But it's like you can be sought for answers. People come to you for advice. Um, like you're very good in the public eye. It's like how a how like church people, they go around stores and stuff, and they just have like this kind of weird magnetism, and you're just like, I'm waiting for it, like the punchline or whatever. And then they hand you a pamphlet and they're like, oh, we'd love to see you da 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 Saturday, and you're just like, ugh, like that was such a good like experience, and then you had to bring religion into it. It's like one of those kind of things. King of Swords, interesting. Maybe some Aquarius, Gemini even is at play. Um, you guys are very sharp, and I think the swords do work well here for most people. Well, I don't know. I take that back. I don't really know what works well here because we have a mixture of all of the elements, all the suits, and King of Swords is just very, very sharp. Um, very intellectual, very philosophical. Again, people go to you for advice, for wisdom, for counsel, and you don't shy away from battle, from a challenge. You really don't. Um, at least that's what you show other people, that you're not afraid of that. But in your mind and emotionally, it feels like people are always taking from you. And I almost feel like the more attached you get to something, the more damage it does to you, which is can be accurate for most people. But it's almost like attachment for you guys is death in a way, but patience, strength of the higher self is important. Meditation, some kind of practice. Oh, wow. Okay. So, I don't know if this was reversed or not. Oh, no. Okay. So, if we've had legal situations in which we really were knocked down, um, maybe we had the loss of a loved one and we benefited from it legally, or didn't, or vice versa. Even things more so were taken from us. Divorce, something brought about by a fight. Um, but it's like people get the better of you in those situations because you guys just don't. Let me look at the functions again. Extroverted thinking, you guys don't hide a lot in your mind sense. You know what I mean? Like you put it all out there. You put like your next moves and things out there. So you really have to surround yourself with people that do have the best intentions for you, because it's two cards here where someone or multiple people around you get away with something. Maybe they're more manipulative. They are sword signs, so watch out for some of the air signs in your life. If you're already a little worried about them, or if it's somebody that's already happened in your past that caused you a lot of grief, maybe a Libra even. Um, yeah, but you guys have been hit with um, a big loss in your life, and it almost shows like you haven't dealt with it. Um, Reversal, you know, if this is constant, like a state of mind or a state of emotional mind, you haven't really dealt with it. Um, and I don't know how we view karma. Are we skeptical that karma works, or is a good tool? I don't know, because you guys got the Hierophant. Maybe you just don't always feel like everything's fair. But people take from you because you are strong. We got the King of Fire, we got the King of Pentacles, we got the Hierophant, we got the King of Swords. Literally 3 of the 4 kings. The only one missing is the King of Cups, the emotion. So you guys are very emotional, but you're not good at controlling it, at riding the waves. You let it get the better of you. You let it drown you a bit. You're always treading water emotionally. So that's the thing to work on, is being okay with being emotionally vulnerable with others, and putting that out there, because the more and more you hide, I think the more work it's taking from you guys to kind of put on that facade. Um, and once you are more truthful with your experience and your emotions, you'll attract people that really are meaningful to you and that have the best intentions for you. The more honesty you put out there, the more it comes back to you. I think that's the lesson here. I think there is that in you, and you're just too afraid of it. So try to come to terms with that. Because you guys have a lot of big opportunity, big stuff here. More so, I think, than most of the other personalities I've read for. And it's lots of good. Like, there's really not a lot of bad. It's just the 5 of Cups, and then it's just your surroundings. It's like the people you surround yourself with just need to be. You need to look a little more closely at that and see, are they helping you when you're down, or are they bringing you down? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really enjoyed doing the 16 personalities. Yes, it took a minute, but I'm glad we're done. We have some more clarity now. Ask me if you have any other questions or need any clarification, and I'll see you guys in Sag season just a few days.